intuitive because you know that a higher intensity exercise burns more carbohydrates, while lower intensity exercise burns more fat. However, the key to body fat manipulation is all about the total amount of calories burned, as we discussed earlier. Luckily, some research has directly compared traditional aerobic exercise to HIIT training. Researchers split young women into two groups. One did 3 20-minute HIIT workouts per week on a bike for 15 weeks. The exercise consisted of an 8-second sprint followed by 12 seconds of low-intensity cycling. And this process continued for 20 minutes. The other group did aerobic exercise at a moderate pace, 3 times per week, working from just 10 minutes up to 40 minutes over the 15-week study. The most interesting part was that the women in the HIIT group lost 2.5 kilograms, or 5.5 pounds, of subcutaneous fat, the kind directly underneath your skin, whereas no change in fat occurred with steady-state aerobic exercise. What is this telling us? This study shows that HIIT in these young women lost 2.5 kilograms, or about 5.5 pounds of fat over the course of a 15-week exercise plan, more than the aerobic group, in about half the exercise time. So, what this study is saying is that higher intensity exercise may be more time efficient for weight loss and improvements in body composition. The caloric cost of this type of exercise will benefit us all. In fact, much of the research regarding HIIT is showing that individuals can exercise for a shorter duration but still lose more fat, gain more muscle, and thus improve body composition and health to a greater degree than they can with a traditional aerobic program. But what about caloric expenditure when you're not exercising? What do you do the rest of your day that can also make a big difference in your physical activity levels and your body composition? Well, let's tackle your daily work practices. Do you find yourself sitting for hours on end? Do you ever just stand up and walk around during the day? And what does it have to do with body composition and health? Now, a common misperception is that the only physical activity or exercise like running, biking, walking, lifting weights, etc., is needed to get any sort of health benefit. However, just like snacking on the wrong things throughout the day can make you gain weight, small acts of physical activity throughout the day can make you healthier and even improve your body composition. Very simple things like taking the stairs rather than taking the escalator or elevator can improve your health over the course of time by adding to the total caloric expenditure of the day. This is not just exercise propaganda either. Research shows that this isn't just lip service. Not only does taking the stairs improve leg strength and cardiovascular fitness, but research has shown that the average person will burn just over 1 calorie per stair they climb, or about 15 calories for every flight of stairs. This caloric expenditure is based on a 150 to a 160 pound person. So a lighter person would burn fewer calories and a heavier person would burn more. In addition, research has shown that walking downstairs burns about 1/3 the amount of calories as climbing upstairs. So about 5 calories per flight descending, making a total of 20 calories per time you go up and down a flight of stairs. Now, think about how many stairs you could, or you maybe do, climb during a day around the house, around the office, or wherever. Let's just say you go up and down 3 flights of stairs per day on average. A total of 20 calories per flight in a week, and you would burn over 400 calories by simply modifying your daily habits a little bit. And more likely than not, you would actually save time taking the stairs. Over the course of a month or a year, these calories add up and can really improve your health and help you improve your body composition, without even working for it. Simple daily habits can consciously be altered to improve your health. I go to the American College of Sports Medicine National Conference every year to learn about the research being performed all around the world of exercise, nutrition, and health. They have a great tagline or motto that exercise is medicine that is being promoted around the world. That being said, it is truly amazing to me that at every one of these conferences, people who are capable still take the elevator or escalator instead of the stairs the majority of the time. In fact, I just took a group of exercise science students to South Africa to study sports physiology and sports nutrition. And even they took the escalator or elevator every chance they could. The examples go on, but I always get a laugh when people are in the gym parking lot, circling and circling, trying to find a parking spot close to the door. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you should never take another escalator or park close to a building, but I just want to illustrate how a choice so small requires a conscious effort if you want to make a change. Just like something as small as brushing your teeth or flossing make a daily to-do list at work, if you develop good habits, then they simply become part of your day. I've been working on this too. I noticed that at work, I was just sitting down way too much. I exercise most days of the week in a confined period of time, but I was pretty sedentary otherwise. So I got on the bandwagon and bought a stand-up desk for my office. Did you know that in a typical work week, people spend on average almost 6 hours per day sitting at their desks? It turns out that changing to a standing desk can reduce your risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and overall mortality risk. But does it help to also improve your body composition? I mean, how many calories can you really burn just by standing more? What is the caloric cost of standing? Your heart rate naturally increases as you change from lying down to sitting to standing. And the difference from sitting to standing is approximately 5 to 10 beats per minute, which equals 0.35 to 0.7 calories per minute. While this is obviously not much, let's think about the big picture. This adds up to somewhere between 25 to 50 calories per hour from a simple change. Now, given that the average person spends 5 hours and 41 minutes per day sitting at their desk, simply standing instead of sitting could burn almost 285 calories. Now, take note that if you stand, you probably want to start standing for short periods and work up to standing in longer durations. And make sure you keep shifting around while you do stand. What I want you to take away from this is that by simply walking up or down 3 flights of stairs and standing at your desk instead of sitting, both simple, small, habitual changes, you can burn almost 350 calories per day. Again, this is without taking into consideration any additional physical activity or exercise you do throughout the day, including gardening, doing dishes, or walking your dog. And over the course of a week, a month, or a year, the daily marginal gains add up to great health and body composition implications. The fact is that improved health and body composition are not things that happen overnight. Changing habits over the long haul are what really make the difference. And small changes, as well as larger ones, matter. Exercise is important to ensure that your body is strong and healthy enough to meet the challenges that you encounter on a daily basis. And eating less will help you lose weight, sure. But as we discussed earlier, weight loss from dieting alone may actually result in losing muscle mass and maybe even rebounding back to a higher weight than you started with. So some sort of exercise regimen is vital, and I mean that in every sense of the word, for a healthy expenditure of calories. And exercise needs to be included in any kind of fitness plan in order to improve health and body composition, not simply body weight. Now, one of the take-home messages from this lecture is that there are many different types of exercise that can help to reach your goals. From small adjustments like taking the stairs at work, walking around more, and perhaps even getting a stand-up desk if you have a desk job, to full-blown structured exercise plans. Just like a well-functioning car needs routine care of all of its components and parts, the body needs a combination of proper fueling and exercise to optimize its potential. While there may be many ways to alter your body composition, and some are more efficient than others, find a plan that works for you and stick to it. Often, people get bogged down in the science and the fine details of exercise, nutrition, and health. But it's very simple. If you take calories in, and you do, you must have the opportunities to burn them off and keep an energy balance. Plus, exercise helps you in so many other ways to improve health. And at the same time, the quality of your calorie intake is critical to successful body composition change that is permanent. What are the most important factors in determining whether or not your plan will work? Can you guess? Adherence and consistency. So keep in mind that as you set your fitness goals, the best guarantee that you'll stay consistent with your activity or exercise plan is that you have fun with it and look forward to it. If running isn't your thing, try cycling, or hiking, or tennis, or golf, or anything. Exercise is a great way to feel good, get outdoors, meet new people, and just enjoy the world you live in. Make a conscious effort to stay physically active, and this will ultimately manifest itself into better nutritional practices and feeling and looking better. Too often, people try to make being healthy a very complex idea. It's really not. The fine details may be important to some professional athletes, but just making small adjustments here and there and committing to being more physically active will ultimately lead you to a healthier lifestyle and body composition. So try this. Pick a new form of activity and include it at least once per week in your weekly routine.